Welcome to Chris and Laura. Today we are going to make some cookies. We're going to make some chocolate chip oatmeal cookies. So if we had raisins, we would have raisins in there too. We love oatmeal raisin cookies, but our raisins won't be here for another few days. So we are going to have some chocolate chips in there instead. And they're going to be just as good. So let's get started here. Okay. So in this little bowl, we're going to put 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and then 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and then 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and then we're going to whisk that all together here. I'm using my fork. And you're not baking anything if you're not throwing flour everywhere. Alright, so we've got that all mixed up really good. So we're just going to leave that off to the side here. Okay, now in this bigger size bowl here, we're going to add 1 cup of butter. And it's at room temperature, so it's really soft. This is 1 cup of butter, 2 sticks. And now we've got one cup of tightly packed brown sugar. It's a light brown sugar. And then 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. And we're going to put that in with the butter. We're going to mix the butter and the sugars together. We're going to cream those together really good. So scrape down the sides here. Alright, so we've got that all mixed together really well. So we're going to add, we need 2 eggs, but we're going to add them one at a time, and then we're going to mix everything together in between each egg. Alright, so we got the first egg in there, so we're going to mix it up. Okay, now we're going to add the second egg. Alright, next we've got 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Mix that in. Scrape everything down again. Well, we just had some visitors. We had like 4 deer in the yard. They were nice sized looking ones too. Muleys, I think is what Chris said. So, alright, so let's get back to what we were doing. Alright, now we're going to add some flour, just a little at a time. Right. Give her another scrape. Alright, so I was just mixing things away and I looked up and realized that the battery had died on the camera. So I have put 3 cups of rolled oats in here. Old-fashioned quick. I had the quick this time. I won't have any of the old-fashioned until later this week. So I put 3 cups of rolled oats in there, and then 2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And then I mixed it all up in there really good until everything was well distributed. And then this dough, it's a pretty soft dough. So to make it the better cookie, we're gonna put it in the refrigerator for at least an hour. So now we're just gonna leave it in the same bowl that it's in. Get it all covered up nice and tight. Alright, we're gonna put this in the refrigerator for at least an hour. Longer is okay too if you need to go longer, but we will be back when these are ready to put on the cookie sheets and bake. So we'll see you back here in just a little bit. All right, we're back. We're about 24 hours later though. It got late last night and I did not feel like finishing the cookies up, so I decided to wait till today. Well, today has gotten away from me, and I've done laundry and all sorts of stuff today, so we are just now getting to bake some cookies. So we are going to get started. These, I'm just going to let you know, when you leave them in the refrigerator for 24 hours, they get really hard. You're going to want to leave them setting out for a little bit. These are still pretty cold, but it's letting me break it up a little bit now, so I should be able to form it into a ball okay. So, alright, let's get started here. So you're just going to take a wad of cookie dough here, kind of making a ball out of it a little bit, smashing it together. Try to make them look about the same. And like I said, my dough's still pretty chilled. It was in the fridge for 24 hours, so if you make these, your dough may not look like this. This might be a little smoother. I'm going to get this other tray ready too, and I'll put them in the oven at the same time. And you can put parchment paper down. Normally I would, but I'm out. I think Chris ordered me some. Alright, so we are going to put these in the oven at 350 degrees for around 10 minutes, or until the edges get kind of golden brown. 10 to 12 minutes probably. So we get these both in there. Alright, so we'll be back when these are ready to take out of there. Hopefully they're nice and big and fluffy. So we'll see here in just a little bit. We'll be back in just a few. Alright, these are just about done. I think I might pull that bottom tray out. Let those sit and cool a minute. Here's the second one. Hoping you can see those. They need to sit and cool for a minute. There we go. So they got the dark oatmeal and cinnamon color to them, and then you got the chocolate chips in there, which made them darker too. But we'll let them set up for a few minutes, and then we'll put them on the cooling rack. Alright, so we're going to take the cookies off the tray now. Set up pretty good. They smell really good. They're pretty soft and they're still hot. Alright, so we'll be back when this last batch of cookies is done, and we'll see how many we ended up with. We got all sorts of different looking kinds, so, but they all still taste good. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. Alright, so we got the last little bit getting ready to come out of the oven. And I have a hole right here because they were snacked on. But I'm a culprit too. They're pretty good. They're pretty soft when they're warm. Right, fall apart. But they taste really good. But as they cool down, they get pretty firm. So, there are our oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. Alright. Well, I hope you enjoyed this today. And I'll put this recipe down below, so if you want to give it a try, you can. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Bye.